Welcome to my channel. My name is Femi Akinwade. I'm a chartered accountant. I've worked in insurance and finance company for more than 25 years. If today is the first day you are seeing my channel for the first time, what I want you to do for me is to like this video, at the same time subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification so that whenever I'm giving out a valuable video like this, you'll be among the first person to watch. So today we shall be discussing a topic that has been, around the stock market within the last 1 week. So we shall be looking at a scenario that an investor should not panic. Nigerian stocks are about to rebound. Nigerian stocks are about to rebound because a lot of investors have been panicking about the price dropping for the past few days. So in this video, I will be telling you 4 scenarios that are related to this kind of investments in the Nigerian stock market. We shall be looking at why Nigerian stocks are dropping. Why the prices are coming down in the Nigerian of stocks are coming down in the Nigerian stock market. We shall be looking also at what the rich investors are doing differently at this particular period when the prices are dropping. What are the things that rich investors usually think of? Then we'll be looking at also how to identify strong stocks. How to identify strong stocks. Therefore, lastly, we shall be looking at the mindset of long-term investors. That is the mindset of long-term investors. So these are the scenarios, the way we are going to discuss about these topics, because whatever that is happening in the Nigerian stock market is a temporary thing. The market is going to rebound back. So why Nigerian stocks are dropping? Why Nigerian stocks are dropping? As a result of microeconomic pressures. Nigeria is currently, battling with a lot of things like inflation, you know, at the same time, increase business costs. Because of these activities in Nigerian economy, in terms of inflation, in terms of increment in the cost of productions, all these things have pressures on the economy. At the same time, the interest rate has been increased by CB, Central Bank of Nigeria. As a result of high interest rates, investors are quietly moving away from investment in stocks, in Nigerian stocks, to fixed income investment that is realizable, that you can predict. Stock market is a volatile investment. It can come down, it can come down, it can come up at any point in time, but you can only make money and recreate wealth for yourself if you have the mindset of a long term. You need to be patient. So a lot of investors, because of these scenarios of microeconomic pressure, they are moving at the high interest rate as declared by Central Bank of Nigeria. It makes them to move to fixed income investment such as treasury bills, federal government savings bond, federal government bond, fintech platform are giving a predictable interest rate. And interest rates are related because when MPR is being fixed, it will have effect, it will increase on the generalities of fixed income investments. So a lot of people are moving away, investors are moving away from stock investment to high yield fixed income investment. So you need to also look at why falling in prices. Then we have to also look at investor sentiment. Investor sentiment. Many investors are panicking and sell their stocks. And this time around, it's not the time for you to sell. It's not the time for you to sell. You need to have that kind of a long-term investment and keep your investments to grow. Short-term traders that are taking profit, all this will have effect on the pressure in the Nigerian stock market prices. So the price will like to come down. But when the price comes down, you are just to keep quiet and be patient, because whatever that comes down is going to come up. And as a result of the political and the policy uncertainties of a government pronouncements from US president about Nigeria, all these things have effect temporary effect on Nigerian stock market, which make their prices to dip down. So just a way. Let me just put it as we are in a recess time. So it's not that the company is itself is going down, but because of this kind of scenarios that make the price of prices, I mean stock prices to come down. In summary, the market is dropping mainly because of what? Economic tightening, weeks, I mean weak investors' confidence, and portfolios adjustments. Because portfolio adjustments, not because Nigerian companies are falling. No, not because Nigerian companies are maybe they are not doing well. They are no, but just because of this sentiment in the macroeconomic and the economic situations and variables that can affect economy that make temporary price to come down. So it's an avenue, even for investors, it's an avenue to create more wealth for themselves. We will get to that one next. So the next one is why rich investors are doing what rich investors are doing differently at this particular time, at this particular periods that the prices are falling. What will be the mindset of smart investors? That is what we are going to be discussing. Number one is that they buy when others are fearful. Investors, real investors that knows about investment, they buy at this particular time when other investors, retail investors, are being fearful. The prices are coming down, emotional thinking. Let me quickly sell my share. No, you don't do that as an investor. This time around, you need to be patient. A wealthy investor see market dips as discount seasons, because it's an opportunity. The prices are coming down. Not that the company is coming down itself or they are not generating profit. Their fundamentals are strong, but it's just because of the variables that we have mentioned, activity variables, changes in government policies, pronouncement from developed countries. All this while, all these things have variables because investors are very sensitive. They will quickly want to sell. As when you are selling, when a lot of people are selling and very few are buying, then the price, because of the demand and supply, the price has to come down automatically. So instead of reacting emotionally, they study the fundamental and and quietly accumulate more shares. This time around, they will look at those companies that are very solid. The leader in Nigerian companies, in Nigerian sector, the leader in Nigerian sectors that the prices are going down. This is the time the investor will now look for money and buy more, because in a matter of 2-3 months to come, this price will go back and can even be higher, and they will have realized much profit. So this time around, investors have the mindset not to be panicked. They have to be patient. So that is it. That is the way to create wealth for yourself. It's an opportunity. If you have any idea form, but don't just buy any small cap, companies. Look at the companies that have been performing very well, that have been, be consistent in their dividend payment for year, for stability. That is where you can push your money this time around. At the same time, you need to focus on value, not the price. The rich don't obsess over daily price or the price are coming down. They look at the value of that particular company. So if the price is coming down, they know that it's going to be a temporary time. So you can quickly take position and buy these viable companies. That is what investors usually do at this critical period when the price in the Nigerian stock market are coming down. Then you have to look at as a rich investor, they always diversify. They diversify into different sectors. They diversify into consumer goods. They diversify into oil and gas sector. They diversify into banking sector. They diversify into telecommunication sectors. They look at the leader in this kind of sectors, and then they spread their money towards this particular in order to mitigate against risk. That is what investors are doing at this critical time. Critical time is an opportunity for an investor to be able to create more wealth for themselves in a very shortest period of time, maybe the next 2-3 months. You will see. By this time around, these prices that are coming down, they are still going to go up. That is the way market operates. Then we look at, then we move to number 3. How to identify a strong stocks. This time around, you want to buy stocks that are fundamental. How do you now recognize them? How do you know the stocks that are that are the leader in that particular space? So you look at consistent dividend payment. Any company that is paying dividend on a frequent basis, these are companies that have been stabilized and they are being consistent. Even during the crisis, they have been paying dividend no matter what happened, the economic situation in the country, they are being paid well. So that kind of company is an healthy company. These are the companies that you need to focus at this particular time. For example, GTCO is an example, just to cite some example. GTCO with strong earnings and a consistent dividend payment. Zenith with solid capital base and a resilient demands strategy in a profit. These are companies. Dangote Sugar has been a company that have been paying dividend on a frequent basis. Dangote Cement, they have been paying dividend on a frequent basis. These are the area of stocks that you can be able to determine which kind of stocks can you put your money in at this particular period. At the same time, you need to look at their strong fundamentals. You have to check out for their strong fundamental in the area of growing revenue and profit margin. You have to look at positive cash flow, low debt to equity ratio. All these scenario fundamental, when you check them, because investor doesn't buy because of the prices are just coming down. No, they buy more when the fundamentals are very strong. But the investor always, they can sell. When these fundamentals, they are not making profit, you are not declaring dividend, you have high the debt equity ratios. If this thing turn against them and then these companies are not meeting up with these fundamental rules, then that means they are weakening companies. So in that regard, that is the time the investor will sell their stocks. These are the scenarios that you need to understand. At the same time, you need to look at the industry leadership. What's this we are looking at, we are looking at how to identify strong stocks. You need to look at the industry. When you look at sectors Nigerian sectors, you look at the leader in that particular space. For example, when you are looking at telecommunication, you look at MTN, you look at Airtel Africa, you look at other viable communication companies. But the two that we can recommend based on the past performances, based on their fundamental, is MTN Nigeria and the Airtel Africa. At the same time, you look at other sectors like consumer goods. You look at consumer goods, all these areas like Bua Foods, then you look at industrial sector like Dangote Cement, like Bua Cement. You look at oil and gas sector like Aradeb, like Seplat. You look at agriculture sector. You look at Okomu Oil. You look at Presco. These are various ways for you to be able to identify, a stock that you can put your money at this critical period. You can even sell all these small cap, investments. You have investment in them that you are not sure of. You can sell them and then you put them into this viable company. Then the last one is number 4, which is the mindset of long-term investors. The mindset of long-term investors. And investors, as an investor, rich investors, they don't look at short-term variables. They look at long-term investment. They create an investment for themselves for a long-term purpose. So they need to be patient. Patient is wealth. You need to be patient. You need to let your stock, investment germinated. Keep it for a longer period, minimum of 5 to 10 years. That is how to invest in stock market. You will see how you will have create wealth for yourself. At the same time, emotional control. You need to be controlled. You need to be emotionally controlled. They don't sell because prices are falling. They sell when the companies, fundamentals are weakening. They always say when the company fundamentals are weakening, not because the price in the market. No, they sell based on if the fundamental turn against that particular company, they can sell, but they don't sell because price are coming down. Then, as an investor, you need to reinvestment strategies. That is your dividend that you are collecting. You reinvest them back into buying stocks in order to gain compound interest advantage. That is the way investors, go through all these scenarios. So these are avenue for you to be able to, the summary. In summary, I can tell you that this is an opportunity to strategize and look at your portfolio and make sure that you rebalance your portfolio. At the same time, when you rebalance your portfolio, you look at all those stable stocks that the prices are coming down. Quickly take position now. When you take position in the next 2-3 months, this thing is the market is going to rebound back, and then you now see how you will make money, because the opportunity for you is to come, to take position when the prices are coming down. You don't need to be panicked. You need to be patient. Patience, and make sure that when you put in money into stock is for a long time horizon, not for short time trading. Investment in stock is not for short time trading. And then how do you go about this stock? Maybe as a beginner, how do you go about it? It's very easy. You need to register with brokers, either by physically present in the office or online brokers. But online brokers is a very good one. You can register for free on Bamboo. You can register on Trove. You can register on Cowrywise. All these investment platform, Trove, you can buy Nigerian stocks. At the same time, you can buy US stocks in this kind of scenarios. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, what I just want you to do for me is to like this video. When you like this video, you are helping our channel to grow. And it makes YouTube organic to be able to share it to so many people. At the same time, I want you to subscribe to my channel. When you subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notification so that whenever I'm giving out the valuable video like this, you'll be among the first person to watch. At the same time, I want you to like this video. Have you done that? God bless you for doing